Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Just about ready for game 2 of our doubleheader here today. They've tended to the field, and the umpires have made their way back out to the field, ready to exchange lineup cards here for game 2. We need to get in one more break here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll take that final break, and we will come back with the opening lineups to Game 2 of our doubleheader here from Agnew-Lytle Field in Grants Pass on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management.
Getting ready for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Doc Stewart's taking on the Grants Pass Nuggets. Game 1, a 2-0 final. Nuggets took Game 1. Grants Pass improves to 16-9-2 overall. They're now 3-6 in Area 4. And the Doc Stewarts are now 13-15 overall, and they are 5-6 in Area 4 league play. We'll try to see if we can find a final score on the Eugene and Redmond Game 1 of that doubleheader going on here today. Eugene won 6-5, and so that is a big win there for the Challengers after getting swept on the road by Redmond. Doc's getting ready for Game 2 as the sun starts to set. It casts shadows out from behind home across the diamond. For those that are watching online, you might get some interesting shadows on the netting that we have to shoot through here. Paxton Burke will lead things off, the shortstop, followed by Logan Anderson, the second baseman. Cal Robbins, the first baseman here for Game 2, will bat third. That is the top three in the order, and they will face off against starting pitcher Elijah Zauer, who will miss outside for ball one, and we're underway here in Game 2 at 7:05. Moved along very efficiently in Game 1. 1-0 pitch, fouled away by Burke, and he's got a 1-1 count. Continuing with the starting lineup for the Docs, Daniel Withers bats cleanup, starting at third. Taj Flora in right field will bat fifth. Dane St. Clair hits sixth, starting in center field. Jake Johnson batting seventh. He's DHing here in Game 2. After pitching and getting hit for in Game 1, Amos Bowers will catch. He bats eighth, and then Tegan Sprague, the left fielder, will round out the starting nine. A pitch outside to Burke, 2 balls and 1 strike from Elijah Zauer. Line drive left side is in for a base hit, and that is the leadoff single for Burke. He had a double his last time up in Game 1, and now leads things off here in Game 2 with a slap single opposite field for the left-handed hitter. And the Docs will have their first hit in the ball game. Every first hit for the Doc Stewarts is brought to you by MSK and True Value. Make sure that your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. So Docs will have the leadoff man on. They look to try and see if they can get some offense going after a tough Game 1. Inside, ball one to lead things off to Logan Anderson. Docs got the bat on the ball quite a bit in Game 1. They just were unable to do it when there were runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch to Anderson. He shows a bunt, lays it down third base side. Zauer fields, throws to first. He gets a strike there in time as Anderson goes shuffling into the bag. Not there in time to beat the throw. A sac bunt laid down. 1 away. And Paxton Burke will move into scoring position. That'll bring up Cal Robbins with a man at second and 1 away. Cal intentionally walked in his last at-bat in game 1. Other than that, was 0 for 3. Put the ball in play every time, though. Takes low and outside from Zauer, a 1-0 count. Elijah Zauer, out of Hidden Valley High School, senior this year. Ended up as a first-team All-League infielder for the Mustangs. A 1-0 pitch. Cal takes low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Today's ball game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. 2-0 pitch to Cal. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Ran down while that interview with Ty Hellenthal was playing. Ran down and grabbed a hot dog from the concession stand. Good eats here. I got asked by assistant coach Cody Walton how the hot dog was. He asked 4 out of 5. I said, yeah, put it up there. It was a good tasting hot dog. Not sure where they got those, but I enjoyed it. Scarfed it down so fast, I'm surprised I tasted it, but it was good. 3-1 count for Cal Robbins. He took the ball in the dirt. He's ahead in the at-bat here against Zauer, who's been cautious. His 3-1 pitch. Grabs the outside corner. Behind the plate, Nathan Bassett drug that ball back out from the outside corner, drug it back across for a strike. Full count pitch to Cal Robbins. Out at second base, Paxton Burke. Docs trying to score their first run of the day. They got shut out in game 1. Cal fouls off the 3-2 pitch. That makes it another 3-2 delivery. Cal chases some high heat, can't catch up. He goes down swinging. Big strikeout for Elijah Zauer. 2 away. Again, the Docs just with a runner in scoring position, they have struggled here today. We'll have to later go back and look at the numbers of runners in scoring position and how the Docs did at the plate. It's not good, I'll tell you that much. First pitch, swing and a miss by Withers for strike 1. Daniel Withers struck out with the bases loaded to end game 1. He ended up with 2 pair of strikeouts, was 1 for 4 in the game. Takes a breaking ball that sits on the outside corner by Zauer. Top of the first, game 2 of our doubleheader. Scoreless ball game so far. Docs with a man at second base and 2 down. The 0-2 pitch to Withers, low and outside. So we'll take a look at that Area 4 standings now that we know that Eugene won their first game. 1-2 pitch to Withers. Pops up, foul territory, could be playable at first base. Coming in and making the catch, Evan Valenzuela will get the Docs. Will get the Nuggets through the first inning as the Docs leave a man stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left in scoring position. Scoreless ball game still going to the bottom of the first here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the first inning. Taking a look at the batting lineup for the Grants Pass Nuggets. Cole Carnes, the center fielder, leads off, followed by Jace McGowan, the second baseman. Elijah Zauer, the pitcher, will bat third. Eric Pezqueta, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Wiley Mendez, the shortstop, batting fifth. Cam Holland, the left fielder, will bat sixth. Evan Valenzuela, the pitcher, the first baseman, will bat in the seventh spot. The catcher, Nathan Bassett, hitting eighth. And Kaysen Orr, the right fielder, rounds out the starting nine for the Nuggets. First pitch, a strike for Cam Hartzell on the mound for the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2. Hartzell, 19 2/3 innings worked, making his 8th appearance on the summer. Misses just outside to the left-handed hitter. 8th appearance, his 3rd start of the summer. He's got an 0-3 record. Ball fouled down the left field side, out of play. Hartzell does have one save. His ERA has brought it down a little bit, down to 4.27. 22 strikeouts, 8 walks. His 1-2 pitch fouled off in front of home plate. That one off of somebody there behind the plate. Didn't quite catch who it was. Stays a 1-2 count for Cole Carnes. So Cam Hartzell on the mound, trying to keep the Docs at a scoreless tie. Misses low on his 1-2 pitch. Docs missed out on their opportunity to try and grab a lead in the first inning, leaving a man at second base. The Nuggets, 2-2 pitch. That ball in the air out towards right field. Long run out to the wall. That ball one hops to the warning track. St. Clair has it. Rounding for third. Anderson throw will not be made. It's a leadoff triple for Cole Carnes. Cole Carnes, who played football at George Fox this last school year, now getting back into baseball, and he has a leadoff triple, first hit of the game for the Nuggets. So, man in scoring position early for the Nuggets. Jace McGowan, who's been a dangerous hitter throughout the series, had 2 hits in Game 1 and drove in the first 2 runs and the only runs of the game for the Nuggets. He'll bat here with a chance to pick up another RBI. He took the pitch high, ball 1 from Hartzell. Strike hits the outside corner from Cam. Back behind the plate here for Game 2, Amos Bowers catching for the Doc Stewarts, the battery mate. 1-1. Again on the outside corner, called for a strike to McGowan. Go-ahead runner at third base for the Nuggets here in Game 2. Bottom of the first, scoreless so far. Reaching for it, slaps it left side, and McGowan is going to be able to just poke one into opposite field for an RBI single. Did not do anything fancy with it, just stuck the barrel out there, poked it through the left side. Diving attempt by Withers, couldn't get to it, and it's 1-0 Grants Pass. Second hit, and it's 1-0, nobody out, a man at first. Leadoff triple pays off for the Nuggets. Elijah Zauer, the pitcher, looking to help his own cause. Right-handed batter. Will take low for ball 1. First game in this 4-game series, and this is Game 4. First game where the Nuggets have not had 3 straight lefties to lead off the game. The 1-0. Ground ball, chopper towards second. Anderson, a glove flip to Burke, over to first base. A nifty little double play. Clears the bases, 2 down. And the Doc Stewarts need 1 more to make this just a 1-run inning for the Nuggets. Anderson, a high hop on the second bounce on that ground ball. The chopper, he fields with his glove and never took the ball out. He just flips it to Burke at second base, and Burke able to get a quick turn over to first to Cal Robbins at first base. It'll go down a 4-6-3 double play for the Docs. Breaking ball hits the inside corner. A strike called to Eric Pesqueda. Pesqueda starting at third base here in game 2. He sends one airborne right side. Cal Robbins chasing this one towards the dugout for the Nuggets. Runs out of room as that ball out of play for strike 2. Eric Pesqueda in game 1. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. He's got an 0-2 count. Hartzell's breaking ball catches the outside corner, freezes the hitter for a strikeout, and Cam will finish things off in the first inning. A leadoff triple, the only damage as Cole Carnes comes in to score on a base hit by Jace McGowan. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A little defense helping the Docs get through the first inning. We go to the top of the second. Docs trailing 1-0 here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Top of the second inning, Docs Baseball brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader, Flyaway Travel. Make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Taj Flora, Dane St. Clair, and Jake Johnson due up for the Docs here in the second inning, trailing 1-0 against the Nuggets. First pitch misses low for Zauer against Flora. The 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, 2-0 count. I'm all caught up with the umpire from game 1. I keep staring and waiting to make sure there's not a strike call coming that I'm going to assume isn't there, and miss. Pitch is high, misses, a 3-0 count for Taj Flora. Hopefully the sun will start setting and filling the field with shadows a little bit better, even up our view a little bit as a pitch on the outside corner, 3-0 taken for a strike by Flora. Right now, home plate's in the shadows. The mound is in the sun, which can be distracting. Strike 2 called on the outside corner as Zauer works his way back into the at-bat. Full count pitch. And 3 straight strikes on the outside corner to get Taj Flora. He got out ahead 3-0 and then watched 3 straight pitches go by. First strikeout here in the second strikeout in the game. 1 away, nobody on, and it is the red-hot Dane St. Clair who will bat. They shift the defense for the lefty. First pitch outside from Zauer. Hidden Valley finished second in the Skyline League. They ended up losing in the first round of the 4A state playoffs as the ball fought off by Dane. It's got a 1-1 count. Zauer a part of that Hidden Valley team, going 17-9 during the regular season, but did not make it out of the first round, losing at Molalla. 1-1 to Dane is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike here to the number 2 hitter in the second inning for the Doc Stewarts. with the shadows coming out, starting to cool down just a little bit, but still very warm here at the ballpark. Dane gets underneath one, pops that, foul territory, and caught by the third baseman, Pesqueda. And that will end the streak for Dane St. Clair. 9 consecutive plate appearances, and he was able to reach in all 9 against the Nuggets. But it comes to an end in his 10th at-bat, his 10th plate appearance. He flies out in foul territory to Pesqueda, the third baseman. And the Doc Stewarts, 2 outs and nobody on. Jake Johnson will bat. He takes low and outside, ball 1. So Dane St. Clair, quite a run there. 9 consecutive plate appearances where he reaches base. 1-0 pitch, grounded towards third. Pesqueda up with it, throws across. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Nuggets defensively. Doc Stewart's bats a little quiet right now. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. A 1-2-3 frame in the top of the second. Nuggets coming up to bat here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
One nothing score, bottom of the second inning. Doc Stewart's trailing against Grants Pass. Today's game brought to you by Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. It'll be Wiley Mendez to lead things off for the Nuggets. Cam Hartzell, first pitch outside, ball 1. Shadows, for those watching online, you can see it, but the shadows of some trees and bushes in the background swaying in the wind out on the infield apron as the ball popped up to right field. Taj Flora comes in, Anderson goes out. It's the second baseman, Logan Anderson, that makes the catch. 1 away as Mendez flies out towards right field. Taking a look defensively for the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2. Amos Bowers back behind the plate. Cal Robbins at first. Logan Anderson at second. Left side of the diamond, it's Daniel Withers at third and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, it's Tegan Sprague, Dane St. Clair, and Taj Flora. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Ball 1 to the righty Cam Holland. Holland had a tough one in Game 1, was 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts against Jake Johnson. Swings and misses for strike 1 against Cam Hartzell. Man, it's really just a tough one there for Jake to take that loss. He pitched such a great game in just 1 inning. Kind of things went a little haywire, not majorly, as a ball fouled laces by the first base coach, ducking out of the way there for one of the assistants for this Nuggets team, fearing for his life on that one. The 1-2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes against the 6-hitter Cam Holland. The left fielder, you've got Cam Holland taking on Cam Hartzell. So I keep hearing people going, let's get it, Cam, let's go, Cam, and I'm not sure who they're talking about. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, couldn't get him to chase. Full count. A lot of people rooting for Cam in this one. Camden versus Cameron, it sounds like. The 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So runner out at first base with 1 out. Evan Valenzuela will stand in with 1 out. Valenzuela was 1 for 3 in game 1. He laid down a bunt that ended up being good enough for a single in the 6th inning. That's where the 2 runs were scored, was in that 6th. But he got moved down in the lineup card after some early struggles in that game. He takes high and away, ball 1. The mound still in a sliver of sunshine out there, so the pitcher throwing from the sun to the shadows. The 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike 1. Always hear them talk about that in the Major League Baseball broadcasts I tune in to catch from time to time. That mainly is Cubs baseball with Pat Hughes. That's I always really enjoy listening to Pat call a baseball game. He's always talking about the ball coming from the sun to the shade for a hitter. 1-1 pitch on the outside corner, and Hartzell gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Second straight batter he's gotten to 2 strikes against, but he lost Cam Holland, gave up a walk. 1-2 to Valenzuela. The lefty waits and takes low and outside. The wind does continue to blow. It's out towards center field at the moment. Haven't seen the ball really carry a whole ton. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Valenzuela, the lefty, watches it go by. Second strikeout for Hartzell. 2 away in the 2nd inning. Brings up the 8-hitter Nathan Bassett, who did end up with a single, his first hit in the series against the Doc Stewarts. Went without a hit in the doubleheader up in Roseburg back on Wednesday. Right-hander Hartzell delivers, ground ball, roller towards short. Burke, the throw to first, a little high, but staying on the bag. Out at first is the call. The ball came out of the glove for Robbins, but the call is on the transition. He dropped that one, so the out is good at first. The Docs will get through the bottom of the 2nd inning, and it is still a 1-0 lead for Grants Pass. Docs looking to try and battle their way back in. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on. Top of the 3rd when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Looks like we get some defensive changes for Grants Pass here. I believe I heard the umpire saying that number 3 has come in for number 14, which would be Logan Zavolta in for Evan Valenzuela. We'll see how. Yeah, and there is Zavolta takes over in center field. And the center fielder, Cole Carnes, goes to first base. So a defensive change there. Valenzuela comes out of the game after a strikeout looking in the 2nd inning. So Zavolta will take over defensively in center field. And moving from center to first base, Cole Carnes. Leading off for the Docs, Amos Bowers, the catcher. First pitch, swinging away, launches one out towards left field, but able to run underneath it is Cam Holland. One away. That ball got around on it, hit it squarely, but just launch angle keeps that ball up in the air for the left fielder to run underneath it. One away. Bowers has been trying to get his bat going. He's had a couple of hits in his last couple of games that he has played, but it was definitely a slow start to the summer for him at the plate. First pitch swinging away. Tegan Sprague in the 9 spot, trying to send it back to the top of the order with a man on base. Docs Baseball brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Sprague, the foul ball on the first pitch, waits on the delivery. Breaking ball misses high and away. Elijah Zauer with a 1-0 lead to work with. A strike in there, pops out of the glove for Bassett. One ball, 2 strikes against the 9-hitter. Zauer works out of his windup with nobody on base. And 1 out. This is away from the right-handed hitter. Tegan Sprague only had 1 at-bat in game 1. He ended up walking in that 1 appearance at the plate. Swings through the 2-2 breaking ball for strike 3. And there's 2 away. Here in the top of the third, a look at our D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update. And we'll check the scoreboard up at home at Champion Car Wash Field, where the Pepsi bottle caps are playing. Game 1 was a final 16-1 in 6 innings. Eugene winning that one. Eugene's leading 3-1 after 1 inning in game 2. First pitch, strike 1 on the outside corner to Burke, who bats left-handed against the righty. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a progressive family-owned company, proudly supporting our local youth. Come on out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson, making lumber since 1951. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Paxton Burke is behind in the at-bat against Zauer. Paxton had the leadoff single in the first inning. First hit of the game and the only hit of the game for the Docs so far. First hit always brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. Foul ball out of play down the left field side for Burke, who tries to get a 2-out rally going for the Docs here in the third. Not a lot of juice in the building right now, you could say. Doc's trying to create some momentum here. The 0-2, ground ball up the middle. The shortstop ranging, sliding to get to it. Throw to first, not in time. Nice play by Mendez up the middle, reaching. His momentum took him to the turf, sliding, popped back up, made a great throw to first, but out of the left-handed batter's box, not in time to get Paxton Burke, who will have his second hit of the game. As he legs out an infield single for the Docs, a man at first with 2 down. Brings up Logan Anderson, laid down a sac bunt in the first inning. That got Burke into scoring position, but he was left stranded at second. First pitch is in the dirt for Zauer. Shadows continue to make their way across the infield grass. The mound is halfway in the shade now. Pitch bounces outside, got away from the catcher for a moment. Out at first base, Burke thought about it, danced around out there for a moment, and then sprinted back to the first base bag. 1-0 lead in the top of the third here. Game 2 from Grants Pass. Doc Stewart's, Grants Pass Nuggets, and some American Legion baseball. Slow roller towards short. Mendez throw to first, right on target. Carnes there for the putout. As Logan Anderson, a bit of a defensive swing, got a piece of that one, but it's just a slow roller putout for the shortstop. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. Doc Stewart's continue to struggle with runners on base in this one today. Go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0. The Nuggets in front, not by a wide margin, but by enough. Here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. I'm playing for all the past veterans who have served. We're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Cam Hartzell faces the 9-1-2 hitters to begin the third inning. He misses outside, ball one, as Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score, brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Swing and a miss, strike one against Kaysen Orr, who bats for the first time here in game two, the right fielder. Kaysen Orr in game one was 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Takes low and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike for Cam Hartzell. Docs lost game one. They're looking to split on the road and win the series against the Nuggets. They took 2 at home. The Nuggets trying to split the overall series. The ball popped up right side, and Orr slaps his hands together as he's frustrated with himself, flying out into shallow right field. The second baseman, Logan Anderson, there to make the catch. 1 away, top of the order, back up for a second time. Cole Carnes, leadoff triple in the first, came around to score, the only run of the game so far. Carnes takes the first pitch for a strike over the plate at the knees. A couple of college guys here. Cam at Umpqua Community College this last spring with the Riverhawks, got a little bit of action there. Carnes at George Fox played football for the Bruins as he takes a strike, an 0-2 count. Cole Carnes at George Fox played football 8 games, made 3 tackles, and had an interception. Low and outside, goes by the catcher Bowers. It's a 1-2 count. I don't think I ran through the defense for the Docs. I know I did. Just didn't write it all in my book yet. Cam. 1-2 pitch. That ball lifted in the air, and it'll get out of play down the left field line. Off the bat, just the sound of that one had me worried. With Carnes at the plate, already has that triple. Was worried for a moment that he had gotten a hold of more. That is a strike called in the dirt. Throw down to first by Bowers, and the throw to Cal Robbins is in time. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Camden Hartzell. 2 down. Jace McGowan will bat. Jace McGowan had the RBI single. A defensive swing his last time up, and he will scoot himself out of the way of an inside pitch. Takes for a 1-0 count. McGowan just stuck the barrel in the zone, kind of hung it there, left it, drug it through, and it just poked a ground ball through the left side. Sometimes the game can look so simplistic. And all you just got to do is just put the barrel out there and good things will happen. Not always, but it did that time for Jace McGowan. A 1-1 count as he fouls the 1-0 pitch back to the backstop. He'll take a strike over the plate at the bottom of the zone, backs out of the box, and will dig back in with a 1-2 pitch coming from Cam Hartzell. Hartzell kicks and fires. Again, another defensive swing and poking, this time foul, out of play for McGowan. The 1-2 count. Cam trying to get through a clean third inning. Ball lifted in the air out towards left center. Long run. Dane St. Clair in the alley. Tracks it down, and that will do it. Lost his hat. Tegan Sprague will be there to help him out. Doc Stewart's get a 1-2-3 inning defensively in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Grant's pass. It's still a 1-0 game. The Nuggets with a run in the first, leading as we head to the top of the fourth inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the fourth inning, D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Doc Stewarts. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Grants Pass Nuggets. Cal Robbins will lead things off for the Docs here in the top of the fourth inning. And Cal will take strike 1 to begin things here. Up in Roseburg, 4-1, Eugene in front of Pepsi after 2 innings of play. The 0-1 pitch to Cal, taken, a 1-1 count. So Medford still at 6-2. They're not playing league games today. They're not playing at all today. The 1-1 here from Zauer against Robbins, who struck out his first time up. He got jammed. That ball on the infield is going to land in foul territory for strike 2. Cal took a big rip at that one, but hit it off the handle, and it barely made it a third of the way down the third base line, but nobody able to get to it, so Cal will have another chance with a 1-2 count. So Medford stays at 6-2. Redmond lost. They go to 3-2. Docs lost. They go to 6-5. Or excuse me, that 5-6. It's the 1-2 pitch to Cal. Outside, 2-2. Eugene won. So the challengers are 3-4, and Grants Pass won, so they are 3-6. So we'll see what that means for everybody here in a moment. 2-2 pitch. Cal gets underneath one. That ball launched to left field. It's well struck, going back and watching it over into the trees. Cal Robbins sends one out of here to tie this ball game up. Cal sends one over the left field fence. That ball was deep. It's probably about, it's 320 something. The sign is a little worn out down the left field line. 320-ish down the left field line, but about where Cal hit that, he had to hit it probably at least 350 and more, as Cal Robbins, a solo homer to tie this ball game up. He got around on that one, and it left the building in a hurry. The 1-1, Withers looking to bunt, will offer, and it's strike 1. That was a no-doubter. Baseball stat tracking nowadays, they can tell you home runs that were no-doubters or ones that might not be out in every ballpark. For Cal Robbins, in this ballpark at least, that was a no-doubter. Swinging a foul ball back as a ball off the handle for Withers. He's behind 0-2. Daniel Withers trying to get going. Strike 3 called, and Withers struggles at the plate. Continue. That is the 4th strikeout in the ballgame for Zauer, 1 away. Taj Flora will bat. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Docs tied up on a solo homer here in the fourth by Cal Robbins, looking to add to it and see if they can grab their first lead of the day. First pitch fouled away by Flora. Cal was pumped up, coming back to the dugout. Could hear him hollering down there, trying to get his team jazzed up. Pitch low and outside, 1-1 for Flora. Cal will get an RBI on that one. First RBI of the day for the Doc Stewarts. Swing and a miss by Flora, 1-2 count. RBIs are brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Whether it's great deals on investments, savings on loans and lines of credit, or personal banking with no overdraft fees, you can cash in with Umpqua Bank, member FDIC. Stop by one of their branches in Douglas County. Ground ball, first base, fielded by Carnes, takes it to the bag himself. 2 down. So Flora grounds out a little dust kicker-upper down the first base line on the actual dirt infield. Dane St. Clair will bat with 2 down and nobody on. Dane with 2 home runs this season. He's a threat to leave the building if he can get a hold of one. He fouls off the first pitch. Dane's streak of reaching base ended at 9 consecutive plate appearances against this Nuggets team. Swings after a ball in the dirt, breaking ball there, and Dane unhappy with himself on that one. 3 consecutive games where he had 3 plate appearances and reached base every time, all of them against Grants Pass. The 0-2 pitch, and Dane chases another one, and not a happy at-bat for him as he sprints back to the dugout. Doc Stewarts get 1 here in the fourth, but a pair of strikeouts for Zauer gets him through it with managing the damage. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. A solo homer for Cal Robbins ties this one up as we go to the bottom of the fourth on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
It's a new ball game here as we go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. First pitch fouled off, a swing, and just got a piece of it for Elijah Zauer, the pitcher for the Grants Pass Nuggets. Zauer gives up a solo home run in the top half of the fourth inning, and the Docs tie this one up. Cam Hartzell trying to keep it that way. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is fouled down the right field side for strike 2. Docs baseball today brought to you by Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and a proud supporter of youth sports. Hoping that sun goes down here soon for us. It's a pitch in the dirt, 1-2 count. The sun spots on the netting kind of make it hard to see through things there at home plate, and it makes that beam that's right there so bright. 1-2 pitch. Inside corner. Did he go around? Yep, that's the call. Strike 3. Around on the check swing for Zauer. And that'll be strikeout number 4 on the day for Cam Hartzell. Good way to start things off here in the fourth. That'll bring up Eric Pesqueda, who struck out looking back in the first. Pesqueda stands in with nobody on base and 1 out for the Nuggets. He checks swings, couldn't hold up, goes around for strike 1. Nuggets play here at Agnew-Lytle Field in Grants Pass, not the high school field used by the Grants Pass Cavemen. That ball lifted in the air, out towards left field. Sprague didn't know it was coming his way. He's drifting back. That ball's over his head. It'll hit to the wall, and he will send it in. It's a one-out double on what, in many situations, likely a deep fly out to left field. But Sprague, late reaction out there, had no clue that ball was coming his way. And then as he tried to run it down, I don't know if he had any idea where the ball was going until it came down just short of the fence. So that'll put a man in scoring position for the Nuggets. 1 on, 1 out. Cam Hartzell trying to pitch around that sun ball double to left field. Check swing low, and then the throw back to the mound by Bowers. Came out of his hand weird. I think he tried to, the appeal, did he go around? No. I think Bowers tried to hold up on his throw back to the mound and could not do so. It slipped out, trickled back to the mound, but Hartzell saw it, reacted quickly. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Wiley Mendez. We talked about conditions in the field and all of that here in Grants Pass, and we saw some weird balls up in Roseburg when these two teams met on Wednesday, balls that kind of got up into the lights and over the lights, and just tough to track for some of the outfielders, and plus the wind playing into it. But the sun playing into it there for Sprague, who's shielding his eyes with his glove. A breaking ball called for strike 2 against Mendez out at second base. Eric Pesqueda. Pesqueda is held on by Logan Anderson. The 1-2 pitch. That ball fouled back. Got Dane St. Clair. He's been using his glove to shield his face. Tegan Sprague out in left field doing the same. Everybody kind of hopeful the sun gets below the horizon soon. Strike 3 on a breaking ball that slices its way through the zone against the right-handed batter. Wiley Mendez goes down looking. 5 strikeouts in the game for Cam Hartzell as he's attacking the zone, and you like to see that. 2 down. It'll bring up Cam Holland, who walked in the second. Only walk allowed by Hartzell so far. Cam will deliver his first pitch to Cam, and it's a strike on the outside corner. This was the battle that had me confused. Who are people rooting for? I'm imagining most were rooting for Cam Holland, the hometown kid, rather than the visiting team. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2 as Hartzell brings some high heat. 0-2 count with 2 down and a runner out at second. Hartzell will deliver. His pitch misses inside, backing out of the way. Holland, if he stood his ground, might have gotten beamed by that one, but he slid out of the way of the pitch. Takes it inside for ball 1. Hartzell settles, looks towards second, where Anderson holding the runner. Low and outside and at the plate. A lot of movement in the box for Holland, but he holds off, and will take that one for ball 2. 2-2 from Hartzell. Get him to chase after that one, but he got just a piece of it to stay alive. Our video simulcast of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score, brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Doc Stewart's baseball throughout this summer season here on The Score. 2-2 pitch, trying to get the final out here for Hartzell with a man at second. Swing and a miss. Got it. And the Doc Stewarts get through the bottom of the 4th with the game still tied. It's 1-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. Doc Stewart's trying to get the momentum swinging to their dugout when we return here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bring it back here. We got to top of the fifth inning, a 1-1 ball game. Jake Johnson leading off, sends one in the air, first base side, trying to get there. Cole Carnes runs into his own dugout up against the fence line there. He was chasing, was giving it his all. His forward momentum took him into the fence just in front of the dugout down the first base side for the Nuggets. It falls for strike one on a foul ball to Jake Johnson. Doc Stewart's in a tie ball game here as we start the fifth inning. Jake will take a strike on the outside corner, falls behind 0-2 against Elijah Zauer. Jake Johnson, Amos Bowers, and Tegan Sprague due up. 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the fifth inning for the Doc Stewarts. Tied 1-1. Jake, fly ball right side. It drops in. Base knock. Jake Johnson on a defensive swing with 2 strikes. And he picks up a single. Base hit to right field. And a man on to lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. Fourth hit in the game for the Docs. It'll bring up Amos Bowers, the catcher for Roseburg. Tegan Sprague, the on-deck hitter, brought to you by the Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on your deck, contact the Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. They can help you with several patio shade options. It's a bunt down the third base side. Throw to first base. Gets by the first baseman, Carnes. Sack bunt, now an error. Johnson at third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming around to try and score. He'll get in standing up. Bowers all the way to third. And the Doc Stewarts have their first lead of the day. A simple sack bunt attempt for Amos Bowers goes haywire for Grant's pass, as Bowers goes all the way around to third base, and he was chugging, but it felt like he was starting to run a little out of gas on that one. That'll be the pitcher, Zauer, on the throwing error on a sack bunt. So a sack bunt, throwing error, and the Doc Stewarts lead it 2-1 with a man at third. First error in the game and first error on the day for the Nuggets. Up to bat, Tegan Sprague takes a pitch outside for ball one. Infield playing in with less than 2 outs. That ball lifted right side. Again, Carnes chasing, trying to get there, and he will not have enough speed to get to that foul ball. Strike one for Sprague. So a sack bunt attempt for Bowers. Throw goes short of first base, bounces by Carnes at first, and that allows Jake Johnson, who led off with a bloop single opposite field, to come around all the way from first to score the go-ahead run for the Doc Stewarts here in the top of the fifth. Docs trying to win their first series against a league opponent this year as a ball fouled off by Sprague. 1-2 count. Docs lost the series against Medford. They split against Eugene, and they are currently leading the series 2-1 against Grants Pass, but they need to win this last one to try and win the series overall. The 9-hitter Sprague takes outside, a 2-2 count. He seemed confident that that was going to be ball 2. I wasn't, and it seemed like the Nuggets were thinking it might have been a chance at strike 3. 2-2 to Sprague. He'll take low and outside. Zauer facing the 9-hitter. Top of the order on deck, Paxton Burke, who's 2 for 2. Full count pitch, line drive right side, and Sprague will add another one here in the fifth. The Doc Stewarts lead it 3-1 on the RBI single by Tegan Sprague. He had the opportunity, and he cashed in. RBI is brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Whether it's great deals on investments, savings on loans and lines of credit, or personal banking with no overdraft fees, you can cash in with the Umpqua Bank. Member FDIC. Stop by one of their 6 branches in Douglas County, Roseburg, Sutherland, Myrtle Creek, and Canyonville. Full count, RBI single. Docs lead at 3-1. Now Burke up to bat. He showed a bunt. That ball in the dirt, knocked down by Bassett behind the plate. Still nobody out here in the 5th inning. Docs went to some small ball, kind of like Grants Pass did to them in Game 1, and they've manufactured a pair of runs here in the 5th. Breaking ball misses low and inside against Burke, who bats left-handed. The switch hitter has batted from the left-handed batter's box in every at-bat here today, facing all righties. The 2-0 pitch, called a strike. No activity going in either bullpen at the moment as we're getting to the later stages here in Game 2. 2-1 pitch, runner going, in for a strike. Throw down to second is offline. And Sprague will get in safely to second base. It's a 2-2 count at the plate for Paxton Burke on a ball that looked like it was up a bit, but ruled a strike at the plate. Stolen base for Sprague. Man in scoring position, 2-2 count for Tegan Sprague. That's his 3rd stolen base of the year. 2-2 pitch for Elijah Zauer. Burke pulls it towards second base. A step back late and a quick throw by McGowan will get Burke, but it is a productive out. Paxton Burke will ground out, 1 away. Up to third base goes Sprague. Ball hit behind him. As you know, if you're a runner on second base with less than 2 outs, ball's hit behind you, you take off for third. Sprague does exactly that. He's 90 feet closer to home. And up to bat will be Logan Anderson. Ooh, that ball missed, apparently. That one felt more like a strike to me than the one called for a strike against Burke in the last at-bat. But I'm not the one down there calling balls and strikes. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, foul, third base side for Anderson. Logan laid down a sac bunt in the 1st inning, grounded out to short in the 3rd. He's got a 1-1 count with 1 away. They play with the infield in. Anderson bloops one out towards right field. Sprague tagging. The catch made by Orr. He'll throw in. Sprague heading to the plate. The throw gets away from the catcher. Bassett on one hop. Couldn't field it cleanly. And sliding in head first, Tegan Sprague scores, and the Doc Stewarts take a 3-1, or make that a 3-run lead, and it's a 4-1 score. 2 down, a sac fly for Logan Anderson. And now it's Cal Robbins batting with nobody on base and 2 down. Cal led off the 4th inning with a solo home run that tied the game, and now he's batting with the Docs leading by 3. Would like to add some more insurance if he can find a way on to try and help the cause. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Graffiti weekend going on back at home. Baseball is America's pastime. You could listen to the Golden Era Experience on Sam FM and listen to the oldies there, or you can listen to America's pastime while you drive America's classic cars. We've got you covered here. 0-1 pitch. Cal takes outside. I was thinking I needed to go through the baseball thesaurus and figure out all the old-timey baseball words. Ball over the plate, in for a strike. Try to give it the classic radio feel for you here. I know there's some filters you can put on afterwards to audio to make it sound like an old-timey radio. It'd be kind of fun to put that in live and give you the experience of old-timey radio during Graffiti Week for Docs baseball. But there's probably technology that exists to do all that. I don't have it. 2-2 count. Cal Robbins takes a pitch outside. Zauer on the mound, the 2-2 pitch. That ball well hit again out towards left field. Going back at the wall. He did it again. A second solo home run for Cal Robbins. His back-to-back at-bats both clear the left field fence. Out in left field, Cam Holland throws his hands up. He had no idea where that ball was going. It did not matter. It gets out of here, and Cal Robbins tacks on another one. Cal Robbins with his second round tripper here today, both in this game. For Cal, he's got 4 home runs on the season now, and the Doc Stewarts have 8 total as a team here this summer. So Cal adds another run. That'll be another one. His ball well struck by Withers. Gets out towards right center, and it is caught by Zavolta for the final out. So Withers flies out. He's 0 for 3, at least this time. Put a good charge into one, but could not get it to fall in. Top of the 5th inning, a big one for the Doc Stewarts. Cal Robbins adds another run, and the Doc Stewarts put 4 on the board here in the 5th, and they lead it 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Well, it was the clutch hit in Game 1 that eluded the Doc Stewarts in a 2-0 loss against Grants Pass. Here in Game 2, they're finally starting to find it as a first pitch strike 1 for Cam Hartzell against Logan Zavolta, who bats for the first time after coming in defensively in the 3rd inning for the Nuggets. He'll swing and fouls off the 0-1 pitch from Hartzell and falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Cam Hartzell now with a lead to work with and maybe some confidence and momentum on his side. The 0-2 pitch after a 4-run top of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch froze the hitter. Indecisive at the plate for Zavolta. Breaking ball had him frozen, and he didn't know what to do. Kind of started and stopped his swing a couple of different times. Watches it go by. Strikeout number 7 on the day. Cam Hartzell having one of his best outings of the year right now. He's got a 5-1 lead to protect. He'll face Nathan Bassett, the 8-hitter. Breaking ball again, moving the way he wants it to. Caught the inside corner, strike 1. Bassett 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Chops one back to the mound. It goes over Hartzell. Burke fields, throws the first. Robbins there for the grab and the put out. Probably a good thing that ball gets by Hartzell, who's a lengthy guy. He's got a long reach, but that one over the mound. And charging in from short, Burke makes the play, makes the throw on the run, and there's 2 down. Looks like we're getting a pinch hit appearance here as Bassett grounds out. Kaysen Orr, the right fielder, will be relieved by Ben Morgan out of North Medford. He fouls off the first pitch from Hartzell. Cam Hartzell with 7 strikeouts. He's surrendered just 3 hits as he misses outside on the 0-1 pitch. Sun's starting to set just enough to where the view of home is looking a little better for us on the online stream. Strike 3. I thought it was 1-1. I miscalled. That's strike 3 for Cam Hartzell, and he gets another strikeout, his 8th of the day. And the Doc Stewarts get a 1-2-3 frame defensively. They are rolling and trying to continue to add to it as we head to the 6th inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Nuggets in the bottom of the 5th. Doc Stewarts lead at 5-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the time you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
It was a frustrating game one for the Doc Stewarts. They left 10 men on base and went scoreless in that game despite having 7 hits, as they could not come up with the clutch hit against Jetty Robertson. Game two started out a little quiet, but the Docs have exploded. They scored 1 in the 4th and 4 in the 5th, and they lead at 5-1 against Grants Pass. Taj Flora leads things off, and he gets underneath one, but that is sent foul down the left field side. He gave that one a ride. Might have gone off the fence if it had been in fair territory, but it'll be a long strike for Taj Flora. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Elijah Zauer still throwing for Grants Pass as this ball out towards left field, and the sun has started to set enough that out in left field, Cam Holland, who had a difficult time tracking Cal Robbins' home run in the 5th inning, this time he tracks that ball pretty easily off the bat of Taj Flora, 1 away. Taj got around, squared that one up, but it's run down by the left fielder. 1 away, Dane St. Clair will bat. He's 0 for 2 in this game after what was an impressive streak. He'll reach for one, pokes it, right side, charging, the throw to first. Just in the nick of time to get Dane St. Clair. McGowan makes the play. A slow chopping ball through the right side of the infield. Just hops its way out there, coming in, fielding it right at the grass. And McGowan at second base, able to sling it across his body to first base on target and just in the nick of time. Up in Roseburg, it's 7-1. The Eugene Ole Athletics leading 7-1 after 4 innings of play against the Pepsi Bottle Caps. 2 down, Jake Johnson batting. He had a bloop single in the 5th inning. That got things started for the Doc Stewarts. He would come around to score the go-ahead run for the Docs. He got on with a single. He got all the way to third on a throwing error on a sac bunt by Bowers, and then came in to score on a single by Tegan Sprague. A strike called against Jake, 1-1 count. Towing the first base side of the rubber, Zauer delivers outside. 2 balls and a strike. Docs are back at home tomorrow as they will take on the Lewis Clark Twins at 6:30 tomorrow night. Swing and a miss on the 2-1 pitch. Jake now with a 2-2 count. That'll be a 6:30 start time tomorrow night for the Doc Stewarts. So if you want to come out and watch some baseball, you can do so. Bring your fancy car with you. There's a pitch outside, full count. Cruise will probably be going on around that time, and I know cruising will get going up and down Harvard and other places not long after. So a lot of things will be going on, but there will be baseball if you want to come out and watch. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And down in order go the Docs in the top of the 6th. Strikeout for Johnson for Elijah Zauer. That's his 6th strikeout in the ball game. 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 6th for the Docs. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 5-1 lead. Docs in front as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nuggets coming up the bat with the top of their order on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Four-run lead for the Doc Stewarts going to the bottom of the sixth here. They're trying to win 3 out of 4 against the Nuggets. Top of the order, Cole Carnes leading off. First pitch swinging away as the lights start to flicker on here at Agnew-Lytle Field. That ball fouled down the left field side for Carnes. 0-1 count to start as Cam Hartzell into his 6th inning of work. Starting pitchers have gone deep in these games for both teams. Pitch outside, 1-1 to the lefty. On Wednesday in Roseburg, both starting pitchers for the Docs throw complete game victories. It's a 1-1 pitch, low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Ty Hellenthal and Danner Wirtz both go 7 innings in that one, and I believe Grants Pass only used 3 pitchers total in that doubleheader. They had two guys that came in game 2. Ground ball right side for Carnes. Robbins has it. He'll race to the bag and makes the put out, 1 away. Carnes out. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Jace McGowan will bat. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Let's look here. 1, 2. Oh. But pitchers went 5 innings or longer. Well, made it into the 5th inning for Grants Pass in both games of the doubleheader in Roseburg on Wednesday. So pitched low. So the Docs, both pitchers go 7 innings on Wednesday. Grants Pass, both pitchers went into at least the 5th inning. Here today, both pitchers went all 7 innings in game 1 between Roseburg and Grants Pass. And so far here in game 2, both pitchers still going, starters. So that pitch inside to Jace McGowan. He's got a 2-0 count. So I got through all of that just to say that starting pitchers have gone deep in these games in this series. Pretty impressive there. I'm sure the coaching staffs are appreciative of that, helping save arms for games that are still to come. 2-0 pitch, in for a strike. McGowan will back out of the box. The lefty digs back in. Cam Hartzell trying to protect a 4-run lead. His 2-1 pitch fouled back to the backstop. Docs will play 2 games over the weekend. Both are going to be 9-inning games. Tomorrow, the game against the Twins from Lewiston, Idaho. The 9-inning game there starting at 6:30. And then also a 9-inning game on Sunday in what will be a 1 o'clock start time against the Portland Barbers. So a couple of 9-inning games coming up Saturday and Sunday for the Docs, and Docs will hope to have plenty of arms ready to go for those games as they try to keep getting wins here in the month of July. Swinging and reaching at one outside. Throw down to first base by Bowers is a strike. McGowan fooled on the breaking ball outside, and Cam Hartzell, have a day, young man. 9 strikeouts, 2 outs here in the 6th. This has been the best I've seen Cam look in a while. Had a tough spring at UCC, got a little roughed up, didn't stay in the rotation for the Riverhawks. Might have hurt his confidence a little bit. A little shaky at times to start out this summer season as one of the experienced guys, one of the guys coming back from college. You kind of rely on those and expect a lot out of them. And Cam, a little shaky to start, but boy, is he looking good today. Gets a strike across on the outside corner, 1-1 against Elijah Zauer with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Docs leading 5-1. Hartzell's 1-1 pitch. Outside, kicks off the shin guard for Cal Robbins. 2-1 count. Or excuse me, that's Bowers behind the plate, 2-1. Sun's starting to go down enough that the center field scoreboard is much easier to read now. Nice to be able to see that. The 2-1 from Hartzell gets a fly ball out towards shallow left center. Going out is Burke. He'll call everybody off, and he makes the catch as Dane St. Clair throws up his hands. Like, hey, man, that could have been mine. Dane will have to go back and get his hat as the bottom of the 6th comes to an end. A 1-2-3 inning defensively for Cam Hartzell. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Nuggets. We head to the 7th inning. Docs leading by 4, looking to add some insurance and see if they can seal off a series win against the Nuggets on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bowers, Sprague, and Burke due up here in the 7th inning. Doc Stewart's leading 5-1. Joey Keyran here with you in Grants Pass. Today's game brought to you by Southern Septic Service. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Elijah Zauer into the 7th inning, working a look down to first base on a check swing for Bowers. He does not go around. And it's a 1-0 count to start things off. Bowers is 0 for 2 in the game. Actually, make that 0 for 1 in the game. Laid down a sac bunt, reached on the throwing error, and got all the way around to score in that 4-run 5th inning. Bowers will take a strike, a 1-1 count, as he leads things off for the Docs. Zauer into his 7th inning of work. Bowers, another check swing, does not go around as the ball ends up in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Out of the windup, Zauer misses inside, 3-1. Elijah Zauer has not walked a batter today. He's got 6 strikeouts. He has given up 6 hits in this one. He misses low, and there is the first walk of the game. Leadoff walk to Amos Bowers. He gets on at first. We'll see if they bring in a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's not looking like it. Hot, long day, and a catcher in all the gear. I thought maybe they might give him a brief break. A walk to Bowers puts the leadoff man on. Tegan Sprague will bat. He is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single in the 5th. RBIs are brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Member FDIC. Stop by one of their 6 branches in Douglas County. Roseburg, Sutherland, Myrtle Creek, and Canyonville is where you can find them. Check on at first base for Bowers. Neither team has made a move to the bullpen in this one. There's a bunt shown. It goes back to the mound, fielded by Zauer. This time he'll make an accurate throw to first. That'll get Sprague on the sac bunt. Bowers up to second base. 1 away. Top of the order, Burke up to bat. Paxton Burke had the first hit of the game, brought to you by MSK True Value. But neither team has looked to make a move to the bullpen. Pitching changes are brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. If your garage door is broken or just needs updating, make the call to the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg for a change. First pitch to Burke, popped up foul out of play. They also provide full-service repairs. Visit overheaddoor.com for more details. The 0-1 count to Paxton Burke with Amos Bowers out at second. Pitch is high, 1-1. Burke and Bowers looking to make that connection here. Top of the 7th, Docs leading by 4. Want to add some more insurance. Trying to pull off the series win against the Nuggets. Split here on the road. The 1-1. Ground ball comebacker fielded by Zauer, and he's got Bowers off the mound. He'll pitch it towards second. Bowers heading for third. They will cut off the distance. Racing for second goes Burke. He's in safely. So the Docs will keep a man at second base, but now there's 2 down And Burke does the headsy play to be able to get all the way to second base on the fielder's choice. Nice job on the mound by Zauer to field his position. And then he turned and made the look, and Bowers just caught off the bag. Tough spot for him, and he is out in the rundown. First pitch misses high and inside. Ball 1 to Logan Anderson. The 1-0 for Logan. Catches the outside corner, 1-1 count. Anderson is 0 for 1 in this game, a sac bunt and a sac fly. He's driven in 1. He's got an RBI opportunity here. Zauer with the 1-1 pitch outside. 2 balls and a strike. 4 Grants Pass in the bottom of the 7th. They'll have the heart of their order, brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Find out more, visit roseburgflooring.com. Ball came in low and sliding on the loose dirt on the mound. Zauer lost his footing, misfired in the dirt. It gets by Bassett all the way to the backstop, and up to third base goes Burke. 3-1 count for Logan Anderson. And now Zauer kind of stretching out his leg as he walks back to the mound. It kind of feels like his left foot, kind of foot and ankle, he's kind of stretching out and flexing a little bit there. He just didn't land squarely on his plant foot as he delivered, and that wild pitch puts Burke 90 feet closer to home. 3-1 to Anderson. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Was ready to toss away the bat. Doesn't get that chance. Lights are flicking on, but we've been moving quick here tonight. Game 2, we only had an hour and 23 minutes. Game 1 went an hour and 39. The 3-2 from Zauer. Fought off by Anderson. So, double headers getting started at 5 o'clock or later. Usually expect you'll play under the lights for a little bit. The lights have come on, and they're taking some effect. But if this game stays on this pace, we may not be under the lights for very long. We may get out of here before the sun officially goes all the way down. 3-2 pitch, chasing upstairs for strike 3. And that'll do it for the Doc Stewarts in the top of the 7th. Unable to add any insurance as Anderson strikes out. That'll be the 7th strikeout in the game for Elijah Zauer. He was able to put up zeros in the final 2 innings to try and keep his team in this one. The Nuggets trail by 4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Out to try and finish it off, Cam Hartzell will face Eric Pesqueda, Wiley Mendez, and Cam Holland. The 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here in the bottom of the 7th for the Grants Pass Nuggets. They trail 5-1. Doc's trying to win the series with a win in Game 2 here today. Hartzell's first pitch of the 7th inning, outside for ball 1. As we are underway here in the final at-bats for the Nuggets. Pesqueda had a double in the 4th inning, but got left stranded at second. It was a 1-out double, and he just couldn't get any further. The 1-0 from Hartzell. Off speed. Got him with the swing and a miss on it. Well, that's probably a breaking ball there. Curveball from Hartzell And evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent playability year-round. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Cam steps off the bump for a moment to reset. Pesqueda waits on the 2-1. Gets around on a ball, launches it high in the air left side at racing. Sprague into foul territory, lays out but can't get it. He had a chance. I'm hoping it hit off his glove, because if not, it meant that it hit off of his shoulder or his upper body, his torso or something. But he went head first laying out for that one, gave it a chance, but he couldn't get it in the leather. It was there. He had it, but that was a tough play to be made. There is some activity in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts in case Cam Hartzell runs into any trouble. They've got, I believe that's Riley Cheney out there throwing. Nobody out, a 2-2 count against the leadoff man in the 7th, Eric Pesqueda. Hartzell out of the windup. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, got him. 1 away. Strikeout number 10 on the night for Cam Hartzell. He is dealing. And today's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Hartzell's first pitch outside as he faces Wiley Mendez. No, we get a pinch hitter here. I believe this is Jetty Robertson. Robertson got the win in Game 1, a complete game shutout against the Doc Stewarts. He takes inside, a 2-0 count. He'll step out. That is Robertson, who will bat for Mendez. Two balls, no strikes. Down the middle, but low, and it's a 3-0 count. Cam Hartzell falls behind. One thing you don't want to do is start putting runners on with the free pass. 3-0 delivery. Catches the outside corner. (3-1). Hartzell delivers, and he misses low. First walk that he will give up, make that the second walk he gives up today. So the pinch hitter, Robertson, gets on base. Yeah, just the second walk for Hartzell. 10 strikeouts. Needs a ground ball here. Robertson at first base. Cam Holland swinging away. Lifts it to left field. This time Sprague won't be able to get there. Takes it on the 1 hop. That ball landing just a couple of feet in front of him. He had backup with St. Clair out there. He plays it safe and gets it back in. Limits it to just a single for Holland. So bloop single out to left field. Kind of felt like a ball that was there to maybe make a play on for Sprague, the youngster out in left field. Instead, he plays it safe. You can't really fault him for that either. Don't want to give up more than just the minimum in this situation, where Grants Pass needs 4 runs to take a lead, or to tie the game up, I should say. As a pitch inside, a 1-0 count to start for Logan Zavolta. Zavolta took over in center field. Back in the 3rd inning. His only at-bat in the game. A strikeout looking against Hartzell. He gets around on one. Lifts it to center field. Going back. Setting up underneath it. The catch made by St. Clair. And everybody's got to go back to tag up. Nobody tags to try and advance. And so there's 2 down. And that's what the Doc Stewarts need there. 2 away. Now Nathan Bassett, the catcher, will bat with the game on the line. As the Nuggets were hoping to win 2 at home and split against the Docs this season. They won Game 1 to give themselves a chance, but they trail 5-1 here in the final inning of Game 2. First pitch, Bassett takes outside. Bassett is grounded out twice to shortstop. I believe the last time he did it was the chopper that went right over the top of the mound. Strike called, 1-1. With 2 down, Runners at first and second. The game-tying run still the on-deck hitter. Ground ball towards short again. Burke will flip it to Anderson at the bag. And that does it, folks. The Doc Stewarts will get the win. And they will take the series against the Grants Pass Nuggets. A victory in Game 2, 5-1. The Doc Stewarts will go back to 500 in league play at 6-6. For Grants Pass, they go to 3-7. We'll figure out what that means as we come back for the postgame show. We'll take a 3-minute timeout here as Game 2 goes final. Doc Stewart's behind a couple of big solo home runs from Cal Robbins and some good offense at the bottom of the order. The Doc Stewarts come through with a win in the nightcap. Not a bad day at the ballpark for the Doc Stewarts. We will wrap it up for you when we come back. Docs win 5-1 here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Final here from Agnew-Lytle Field. Doc Stewarts get a 5-1 win in Game 2 as they will get a split on the road and they will get the series against the Nuggets. Docs go back to 500 in league play, and for the Nuggets, they now fall 4 games under 500 in Area 4 league play. Taking a look at our D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update to wrap things up here. A progressive family-owned company, proudly supporting our local youth. Come on out, watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson, making lumber since 1951. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and 4 men left on base for the Nuggets. Docs would trail 1-0 after the first inning. The Nuggets got a run after a leadoff triple by Cole Carnes, followed by an RBI single by Jace McGowan. And that would make it 1-0. That was our score through the first three, but the Docs tied it up in the fourth on a solo homer to lead off the fourth inning by Cal Robbins. And then in the fifth inning, Docs put 4 more runs on the board, a couple of base hits, and a throwing error in there, and then a solo home run by Cal Robbins again. And the Docs put 4 on the board, and they lead it 5-1 at that point, and they would hang on from there. Cam Hartzell goes the distance. 7 innings. He allows 1 earned run on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. A heck of a performance for Cam. Elijah Zauer takes the loss. He pitched 7 innings, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, as he takes a loss in this one. Both pitchers go all the way. No bullpen use. All pitching changes are always brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. Visit overheaddoor.com to learn more about Overhead Door Company. Cam Hartzell improves to 1-3 on the season. Congratulations to Cam on getting his first win of the season. For the Doc Stewarts offensively, Paxton Burke had a pair of hits. Those were both singles. Logan Anderson was 0 for 2, but had a RBI on a sac fly and also had a sac bunt. Cal Robbins, 2 for 3 in the game with a pair of solo home runs. He drives in 2 runs. Both of them were himself. Let's see here. Jake Johnson was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Amos Bowers goes 0 for 3, make that 0 for 2, actually make that 0 for 1. He had the sac bunt, and then the throwing error allowed him to get on and move around, and he would come in to score. He also walked in the game. Tegan Sprague was 1 for 2 in the bottom of the order with an RBI single and a run scored, also had a sac bunt. For Grants Pass, 4 hits, 4 different players. Cole Carnes, a triple and scored a run. Jace McGowan, an RBI single. Eric Pezqueta had a 1-out double, got stranded at second base, and Cam Holland was 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a walk. Cam Hartzell or Cal Robbins, not sure who's going to be the player of the game in this one. That was good performances by both of those guys. Cam was lights out on the mound, that's for sure. Doc Stewarts will improve to 14-15 on the year. They're now 6-6 in Area 4. Grants Pass is now 16-10-2. And they are 3-7 in Area 4 league play. So right now, the Redmen just took a 4-3 lead in the top of the 5th with 2 outs against Eugene. If they can hang on to get a win and get a split on the road, Redmond would take the series against the Challengers, which would be pretty crazy. That would put Redmond at 4-2 if they could hold that on. And it looks like they've added another run. And it's now 5-3 in the top of the 5th. Redmond in front. Right now, Medford at 6-2. Redmond at 3-2. Docs are 6-6. So the Docs are now, let's see, 2 games. They're back to 2 games behind Medford for the lead. Eugene is 3-4 at the moment, pending the final from the Sweet Johnson Stadium there in Eugene between the Challengers and the Generals. Grants Pass now 3-7. So they are back to 4 games back of first place in the Area 4 standings. So the Doc Stewarts go on the road and they handle their business, do what they need to get the series win, and keep themselves in 3rd place in the league standings no matter what happens. Well, if Eugene comes back to win, then the Docs and Eugene would both be 500 in league play. And so they would kind of be tied for 3rd place in that one. And Redmond would also be at 500 in league play if Eugene gets the win in Game 2 here tonight. So we'll see how things go the rest of the night there in Eugene, but we could have 3 teams tied at 500 in league play behind Medford at 6-2. So should be an interesting finish with just for the Docs. Next week is all they have left in league play. They'll have a couple of games after league play wraps up, but they wrap up league play coming up next week, and then we will wait to see what happens with the rest of the teams in Area 4. But the Docs do a good job of getting the series win against Grants Pass this week, taking 3 out of 4. All right, I do want to say thanks to McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. That's McClendon's Smokehouse. Appreciate everybody that helped make this one possible here today, including all of our sponsors. We appreciate them for helping support us and allowing us the opportunity to be here to cover these games for you. Want to say thanks to the Grants Pass Nuggets for hosting us here today. Coach Kyle Garrison, always very pleasant to work with down there this season, and a couple of times we've gotten to cover his team. In his first year, he has been pleasant to work with and been very helpful in getting things ready to go for the broadcast. So always appreciate it when coaches are willing to work with us, especially the opposing coaches. Big thanks to head coach Tim Sester and the Douglas County Baseball Association for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. Back in the studio, providing the radio production tonight, Dale Cranford. Thanks to his awesome work back there. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We'll wrap it up there, folks. Coming up tomorrow, just one game. It was supposed to be a doubleheader, but Lewis Clark, the Twins, it might actually just be the Lewiston Twins, now that I'm thinking about it. Lewis Clark State College is the school out there, but I think it might just be the Lewiston Twins, and I keep calling them Lewis Clark. But the Twins were going to play the Barbers and then play the Docs tomorrow, but I guess game one of that doubleheader has been canceled. So it'll just be the Twins and the Docs tomorrow night at 6:30 at Champion Car Wash Field. Hopefully you can come out and join us for that. And then the Docs are taking on the Barbers at 1 o'clock on Sunday for Family Fun Day, free admission, so we hope you come out and join us there. But our next broadcast will be tomorrow night at 6:15. We'll have that for you. You can tune in and watch the game streaming live for free online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. You can also check us out on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.